going on, nephew? This is Cornell Gorman with Cornell Gorman KC coming at y'all with episode number 3 of Uncle Cornell. Boys need men. Nephew, I want to tell you something. There's nothing heroic about being alone. And if you ever want to understand what it means to be a man, you're going to have to surround yourself around other men. Good men. Point blank, period. Now, oddly enough, young boys understand and know that. From a very early age, young boys will begin to mock and mimic their heroes, like literally superheroes, athletes, politicians, and singers. I used to want to be like Ray Lewis growing up, so I personally know. Okay, and they'll begin to connect themselves around father figures and mentors, teachers, counselors, church leaders, and unfortunately, sometimes gangsters. And whoever you connect yourself with, nephew, they're going to have a heavy influence on the decisions you make in life. So be very, very careful, because you will have to pay for the consequences that come your way based off of the decisions you make in your life. And Mom, I want you to know that there's very real masculine traits that your son is dealing with. And oftentimes, the only people who really have a good understanding of what's going on with your son is a man. And he needs to get connected with a man to help him to be able to harness his masculine traits and do what's right. When boys don't know how to properly deal with their masculinity, we get the issues we have in America right now. Right now, America's plagued with violence, with war, with murder, with unbridled ambition, greed, all this crazy stuff. And oftentimes the main culprit is a man. We have weak men who run from responsibility. We have unhappy women, and we have confused children. And I want to share my sentiments on why I think the issue is the absence of men in men's life. These men aren't men enough. They need more men. And sometimes people believe that it's the masculinity that's causing most of our problems in America. Like, if you want to make a bad man good, you don't take the man out of him. You take the bad out of him. You have to teach a boy how to properly use, how to properly harness his emotions, his feelings, these things he's really feeling that's really going on in his body. You have to teach him how to teach that. If not, he will run wild like a wild animal. And that's where we got a lot of these wicked men right now. But not only do we have the wicked men, we have the weak men. Men who run from responsibilities. And oftentimes, it's men who want to avoid their masculine traits, who don't want to embrace their masculine responsibilities as a man. Sometimes they hear from mom. Men are evil, men are this, men are that, men are that, men are this. And sometimes, boy, they just don't want to be a man no more. I don't want to be a man. Mom hates them. They done heard too much bad stuff about it. So sometimes, Mom, you got to be careful, because we're creating weak, passive men. So it's extremely important to really cover your son and get him connected with good men, so that he's not wicked and just running wild and tearing stuff up because he don't know how to control these feelings he's feeling. Or he's trying to avoid these feelings he's feeling, and he just becomes weak and passive and just allows everything to go on. We need good men to stand up for what's right, to stop these wicked men, to protect our women, to protect our families, to protect our country. But if that's to ever happen, a boy has to be connected to a good man. There really ain't too much more to go into it. So this is, Mom, this is really what I want you to do. I want you to go out. I want you to find a church. Get the man in that church, connect them to it. Get to a community center. Get your son on a sports team. We wanna help your son to properly navigate his way through life, knowing what it means to be a man, how to deal with these emotions and these thoughts as a young man, and have good men in his life to heavily affect his perspective on life and his decisions. Boys need men. This is Cornell Gorman, KC, episode 3. Boys need men. I love y'all. Peace.